150 million years ago, Earth was almost unrecognizable. The continents were breaking apart, new oceans were opening, and warm Jurassic seas spread across a planet ruled not by whales, sharks, or humans, but by marine reptiles built for dominance. These waters were alive with ancient fish, ammonites, reefs, and vast food chains that supported predators unlike anything in the modern world. Long-necked plesiosaurs moved like shadows through the depths. Fast, dolphin-shaped ichthyosaurs cut through the open sea. And massive pliosaurs, with skulls built for crushing power, ruled as apex hunters of their age. This was not a quiet blue planet. It was a violent, thriving ocean world, shaped by heat, shifting continents, and relentless evolution. But what conditions allowed these marine giants to grow so powerful? Why did they dominate the seas for millions of years? To truly understand these vanished ocean monsters, this film transports us to that lost world, the Late Jurassic period, an era of profound geological transformation, when Earth's very blueprint was being rewritten. Large continental rifts birthed vast, warm ocean basins, setting the stage for an age of unparalleled marine gigantism. We will explore these ancient waters, meticulously reconstructing their true face. We will unveil the precise, unique conditions that empowered massive predators to dominate. Creatures whose scale dwarfs anything swimming today. And we will uncover how scientists, like forensic detectives, piece together this truly alien aquatic realm. From scattered stone fragments, fossilized teeth and bone, they coax out secrets: the anatomy, the diet, the very environment. These whispers across 150 million years reveal a world far stranger than fiction, but its ultimate secrets still wait. To uncover these ultimate secrets, we must first understand the very foundation of this era. This profound geological transformation began with the relentless breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea. Deep within this continental drift, Gondwana, the massive southern landmass we now know as Africa, South America, Antarctica, India, and Australia, began its dramatic fragmentation into distinct, isolated landmasses. This wasn't just a terrestrial reshuffling. This geological upheaval was fundamentally reshaping the entire planet's hydrology, transforming the very nature of its oceans. New basins were ripped open. The central Atlantic, for instance, began to form as the crust groaned and stretched. This continental drift was not simply moving land. It was creating entirely new aquatic realms, forging dynamic environments that would foster life in ways unimaginable today. But what unique oceanic conditions did this shifting geography ultimately create, allowing marine life to reach such colossal scales? The first answer lies in the climate itself. During the late Jurassic, Earth entered a potent greenhouse phase, a warm, humid world shaped by high global temperatures and rising seas. Across many regions, the newly forming oceans became wide, stable habitats where marine life could expand. Surface waters in some areas may have averaged around 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit, while deeper waters were also far warmer than the cold abyssal oceans we know today. This reduced the sharp temperature barriers that define many modern marine environments. Instead of a world divided by extreme cold and seasonal instability, the Jurassic seas offered broad zones of warmth, oxygen, and ecological opportunity. It was an oceanic world prepared for life to multiply, food chains to deepen, and predators to grow larger, faster, and more specialized than almost anything the seas had seen before. Within these uniformly warm, shallow Jurassic waters, a vibrant ecosystem exploded into being. Intricate coral reefs, much like those we know today, but formed by ancient species, built sprawling structures. Alongside them, large colonies of sponges, snails, and a dazzling array of mollusks created diverse, textured underwater landscapes. These formations were not just scenery, they were vital nurseries and perpetual feeding grounds, offering shelter and endless sustenance for countless smaller creatures. Beyond the sunlit reefs, in the vast, open expanse of the ancient ocean, life teemed in a different, equally prolific form. Here, immense numbers of coil-shelled ammonites drifted and propelled themselves, their spiral forms saturating the water. Alongside them, swift, dart-like, squid-like belemnites moved in shimmering shoals, a constant motion of sustenance. Both long extinct, these abundant invertebrates were once foundational prey species, an abundant food source across the late Jurassic seas. But what titanic hunters truly stalked these abundant ancient waters? Among the first formidable hunters to rise in these warm ancient waters were the ichthyosaurs. Their name, fish lizard, perfectly describes these highly successful marine reptiles, a true marvel of Mesozoic adaptation. They possessed sleek, streamlined bodies, eerily similar to modern dolphins in their hydrodynamic efficiency. A shape honed for minimal drag. Powerful, paddle-like fins propelled them with incredible agility, while their distinctive crescent-shaped tails provided bursts of impressive speed. Every anatomical detail, from skull to tail, was engineered for relentless pursuit. These creatures were perfectly suited to exploit the boundless resources of the Jurassic oceans, mastering their liquid realm with predatory grace. Late Jurassic species, like the swift Ophthalmosaurus and the potent Plesiosaurs, carved out their dominion across vast stretches of the sea. Their fossil remains, meticulously unearthed in regions like Argentina's Neuquén Basin, paint a vivid picture of hunters built for purpose, dominant in their era. These reptilian hunters were dedicated carnivores. Their sharp, conical teeth were perfectly suited for seizing fish and the abundant squid-like belemnites that darted through the Jurassic waters. But their mastery extended beyond the shallows. Large eyes, uniquely adapted for dim, deep water hunting, allowed them to pursue prey where sunlight barely reached. They commanded various oceanic depths, unseen by many. The most remarkable adaptation, however, was their method of reproduction. Unlike most reptiles, ichthyosaurs bypassed egg-laying entirely. Instead, they gave birth to live young directly into the open ocean. This sophisticated strategy for bringing forth new life, echoing modern dolphins and whales, solidified their place as true masters of the ancient seas. Yet, even as ichthyosaurs patrolled these waters, a new and even more diverse group of marine reptiles began their significant ascent, the pliosaurs. While ichthyosaurs efficiently carved through the waves, these creatures were distinct. They featured broad, flat bodies, powerful paddle-like fins, and short tails, propelling them through the warm, rich waters. Their evolution was a direct consequence of Earth's shifting geography, exploiting the unique conditions the fragmenting supercontinent had wrought across the ancient oceans. Their emergence signaled a new, grander level of predation. What ultimate hunter could possibly evolve from such a lineage, dominating oceans already teeming with giants? The answer emerged, not from a new lineage, but from a chilling specialization within the plesiosaur family itself. A truly formidable branch, distinct and devastating, the pliosaurs. Their very architecture spoke of raw, implacable power. Large, elongated heads, built for maximum impact, were driven by short, powerful, muscular necks. Their jaws, a primal weapon, bristled with row upon row of razor-sharp, conical teeth, each one a dagger. This was an anatomy screaming apex predator. a living engine designed for overwhelming force. For much of the Jurassic period, these massive hunters reigned unchallenged, absolute monarchs of the deep. Their existence was a brutal evolutionary answer to the sheer, teeming proliferation of marine life. Every creature in the ancient seas was now potential prey, fueling the ascent of these undisputed rulers. Imagine the true scale of their dominance. Creatures like Liopleurodon and Plesiosaurs were not just large. They were titans forged by a world of plenty. Some of these Jurassic plesiosaurs developed skulls that alone stretched beyond 2 meters, an impressive 6.5 feet. These large, elongated heads housed jaws bristling with sharp, conical teeth, delivering bite forces capable of crushing bone and shell with incredible power. They were hyper-carnivorous killing machines, designed by evolution for ultimate predation. Their immense size, their very existence, was utterly dependent on the intricate, abundant food chain thriving below them. A constant, rich supply of sustenance in the warm, ancient waters. Their hunts were likely titanic struggles, brutal ballets of power and instinct playing out in an underwater realm where survival hung by a razor's edge. Such unparalleled dominance, such titanic struggles for survival, were not accidental. The reasons behind these marine giants' reign were a significant confluence of factors. A stable, warm global climate distinctly different from our own was foundational. Nutrient-rich shallow seas, bursting with coral reefs, sponges, snails, and various mollusks, provided intricate underwater landscapes. The open ocean, meanwhile, teemed with an abundant supply of coil-shelled ammonites and dart-like belemnites, the primary food source for many predators. This fertile, abundant environment, combined with the diversification of modern bony fish and early forms of sharks, ignited an intense evolutionary arms race. Ecological niches for massive carnivores expanded dramatically. This allowed ichthyosaurs, then the formidable plesiosaurs, and finally the terrifying pliosaurs, with their skull-crushing jaws and bite forces, to reach immense sizes. They established undeniable dominion over the ancient food web. An unchallenged hierarchy in a world of plenty. This vision of a lost world, however, is not born of mere imagination. It emerges from the relentless, painstaking work of forensic paleontology. Pioneering figures like Mary Anning began this arduous quest. In 1823, at the renowned cliffs of Lyme Regis, Dorset, UK, Anning made history, unearthing the first almost complete skeleton of Plesiosaurus. This single discovery ignited a revolution. Suddenly, the monstrous shapes of legend began to take solid form. Every fossil fragment since then, each bone, every preserved jaw, every individual tooth becomes a critical clue. Scientists painstakingly piece together anatomical puzzles, infer the diets of long-extinct hunters, and reconstruct the intricate lifestyles of these ancient inhabitants. We learn what they ate, how they moved, how they reproduced. But the creatures themselves are only part of the story. How do these scattered remnants truly allow us to visualize the entire ocean itself, to grasp its thermal layers, its currents, its very chemical makeup? How is that possible? Beyond the bones, scientists turn to paleoceanography, a dedicated discipline focused on deciphering the dynamic environment of the late Jurassic oceans. This involves meticulous analysis of geological and chemical evidence. Sediment layers become ancient chronicles, allowing researchers to infer the path of long-vanished currents and the subtle rhythms of past water movements. Isotopes, atomic signatures locked within fossilized materials, provide crucial data to estimate thermal layers, revealing how warm the surface waters truly were and how deep that heat penetrated the abyssal plains. Microfossils, the minute remnants of ancient organisms, then tell a detailed story of nutrient distribution, painting a vivid picture of where life bloomed most abundantly in the prehistoric seas. This is multidisciplinary detective work, painstakingly reconstructing a lost world from invisible clues. Through these precise measurements and interpretations, we visualize the intricate interplay of light penetrating the clear, warm waters, the sprawling contours of vibrant underwater landscapes, from hidden reefs to vast open plains, and the dynamic flow of life sustained by these specific Jurassic environments. This complete reconstruction reveals a radically different Earth. 150 million years ago, the oceans were truly alien. They were vast, kept consistently warm by a global greenhouse climate, where even deep waters stayed a balmy 17 degrees Celsius. These conditions, combined with the significant breakup of supercontinents like Gondwana, created large new basins. Within these fertile seas, from intricate coral reefs and flourishing mollusk beds to open waters teeming with ammonites and belemnites, an abundant food web emerged. It sustained an intense evolutionary arms race. Ichthyosaurs, with their dolphin-like agility and large eyes, were formidable predators, hunting fish and cephalopods. But the apex was the pliosaur. Beasts like Leopleurodon and Plesiosaurus grew massive skulls, over 2 meters long, capable of crushing bone. This world of shifting landmasses, stable warmth, and endless prey produced the true age of marine giants. Life thrived on a scale beyond human imagining, an epoch where the ocean's very design forged titans. This world, where the ocean's very design forged titans, may be lost to time, but its legacy profoundly shapes our understanding of life's resilience and its capacity for adaptation. The unique conditions that forged these colossal marine giants, the stable, warm global climate, the vast, rich seas teeming with prey, prove the ocean's remarkable ability to foster life on a scale almost unimaginable today. From the swift ichthyosaurs to the terrifying, skull-crushing plesiosaurs, their dominion lasted for millions of years. Yet, the stories etched in the fossil record also remind us of the vast stretches of geological time. They reveal the ephemeral nature of even the most dominant species, how their formidable reign, however absolute, eventually ends. Each discovery, every preserved bone and ancient imprint, deepens the mystery and expands the marvel. It reveals worlds lost to time, yet forever preserved in stone, waiting to reshape our understanding of life itself. The quest to comprehend prehistoric Earth is an ongoing odyssey, driven by a fundamental human curiosity, a drive to peer into deep time itself. Each new fossil, every analyzed sediment layer, pulls back another veil. These remnants of lost worlds, these immense reptiles, are more than relics. They deeply reshape our present view of life's resilience and capacity for adaptation across geological epochs. They remind us that our planet has always been a stage for constant transformation, a realm of continuous change, with countless mysteries still waiting to be uncovered.